Hey everybody, welcome to Adventures with Peps. We are on the second to last video of 2024. We are painting a Mutie on a Jetbike by Warlord Games. We're also going to discuss why there is no dismounted members of the Mutie gang in that box set. So let's dive on in. Right, here we go, the last model of 2024, and we are going out with a Warlord Games Mutie Skyraider, I want to call them. Don't have the box in front of me, so I've forgotten what the official name is. But this model is going to represent Karess. It is one of the 9, as they're known. They come from the floating city, the Benedict. If I remember, I'll tag a link to the video where we created the floating Mutie city that hangs out on the coast of Sector 102. As you can see, I primed everything black, gave it a super heavy dry brush of white, and then I'm hitting it up with some speed paint. So we got the blood red going down first. This is going to take a while. Now my camera angle looks a bit weird. I'm still playing around with my angles. I'm not sure how I want them to be, where I want them to be. So you're going to see a few different angles in this video. If there's one you prefer, let me know and I'll try and reset that one as we go into 2025. Quite like this one because it shows more of the model. It's coming from like a downward angle for my painting, but it puts everything else upside down like my paint pots. So I don't really know if this makes sense as a view. But yeah, as I've already mentioned, this model is going to be called Karess. It's basically going to be a mutant lieutenant. I don't know how good the stats are going to be for him yet. I haven't really worked that part out. But he is going to be one of the 9 warlords of the Benedict floating city. He rides a jet bike that he has fondly called the Death Machine. And he is really not a nice mutant at all. His skin is green and swampy and pale, covered in warts and lumps. The radiation has really got to him over his years living out in the cursed earth and the Black Atlantic. He's lost an eye. I'm not really sure how he's lost that one yet. That's going to have to come up in the story when we create that. But I can envision him. He's had a rough life. Probably lived in the lower decks of the floating city for a while, where the radiation is at its worst. It's really corrupted his skin. He was probably a tall, muscular figure back in the day. But instead he's now become slightly warped and twisted by the radiation. It's made him very bitter towards the norms, and any excuse to go raiding in Sector 102, he will happily lead the charge. Right, I think you guys have seen enough of me painting red to get the idea that I'm going to work my way around this model, so we'll skip forward just a little bit, which will allow us to move into the second camera angle. This one is a bit more straight down onto the figure. I've punched a lot more in. I quite like this one because it shows the details a lot more. If I do this angle, I need my light to be a bit more over my head just to get rid of some of those shadows that are happening. As you can see, I've now grabbed the orc skin green. I'm going for a red and green on this Mutie. I think it's going to be bold and punchy. It's a color scheme I've seen somewhere before, but for the life of me, I can't think where. I know I'm not original enough to think up red and green. It's probably because it's Christmas, isn't it? Oh my god, it's Christmas. That's why it's red and green. I've been watching too many Santa films. God damn it. Anyway, we're doing a Christmas bike. Woo! Now, time for a little rant. Warlord Games, as far as your rules are concerned, any model from this faction has to be on or in a vehicle, which is perfectly fine with that. I'm fine with that. We can do that. But vehicles get blown up. They get destroyed. Models can dismount. Where are the Mutie models that aren't connected to jetpacks or bikes? Every Mutie model Warlord Games have made so far are connected to the bikes or have the jetpacks on. Now, I know you could pretend, you could say like, oh, the bike's broken, he's on foot now. But that's going to throw me out of the game. So my workaround was I bought a second kit and I have converted him to be on foot as well as on the bike. The bonus of this is that my Mutie gang is a lot bigger than it would be if I just stuck to the kits, because I now have a second Jetbike that I'm converting up. Also have second Sky Surfer as well. So I've increased my Mutie range by buying the kit twice. Might even buy it a third time. I feel like I need more Muties in my life, and this is a great way to get them. As you just saw there, I whacked on the Zealot Yellow. I'm just using it on the engine parts and on the headlight. And then I'm going to use this Warlord Grey to pick out all the mechanical parts. But yeah, I don't understand Warlord games. This is a beautiful model, beautiful miniature. I really like the Mutie gang. I love the fact that they're unique in the fact that they have to be on vehicles. But if you're going to do that, at least give us the parts to also have them off the vehicle. I'd rather have had a kit that had this Jetbiker, a version of him dismounted, and then a Sky Surfer and a dismounted Sky Surfer. Done. That's it. A couple more extra models in the kit. I appreciate that. May be annoying for them, but it gives you so much more flexibility. And while we're talking about Muties, Warlord Games, can you bring back Strontium dogs? I've been asking all year, I've been emailing, I've been pestering people as much as I can. I want Strontium dogs back. If you can't bring it back, at least bring back Build a Mutie. The Build a Mutie kit was amazing. I regret only ever buying one kit. I should have bought more. I have so many leftovers from that kit. But Warlord Games, get your act together. Bring back Strontium dogs. That's my goal for 2025. Get you guys to bring it back. I barely had time to start this YouTube channel before it got discontinued. I didn't even finish collecting the set. I'm very annoyed about it. It's my pet peeve of the year. I need Warlord Games to bring it back. Okay, the rant's over, guys. I've moved on. I've calmed down. I've had a cup of tea. Right, I grabbed the Malagant green. It's kind of the rotten flesh color. I'm practicing some deadly skin tones because I got the Droon Undead for Slain to paint. And I think this is the skin tone I'm going to use for him. So I want to test that out a little. But what does 2025 hold in store for this channel? To be honest, it's going to be as chaotic as it always is. I want to definitely keep pushing out content, so expect more content. It's going to be a lot of Judge Dredd as always. Sector 102 is going to continue to grow, but we're also going to lean heavily into Slain. It's going to be a Warlord Games heavy year, I think. As I mentioned in a previous video, I'm going to give 40k a break. I'm going to paint models from 40k still, but I'm going to try and not buy anything new and just complete what I've got. I've also got a load of Necromunda to do, but the big project I think we're going to be doing in 2025 is the Dungeon 365. If you've not heard of this project, no worries, I only recently heard of it, but the idea is you try and create a dungeon layout. You do a little room or a character once a day. You don't spend much time on it. And the idea is by the end of the year, you've created, say, a space station or a castle, a dungeon, and you've created the characters and monsters that live inside. So I'm going to use this as a jumping point for an area of Sector 102 I've been wanting to build out for a while. I recently read Toxic by 2000 AD, and it has Judge Dredd traveling into the sewer level between Mega City 1 and the Undercity. He's dealing with aliens and some creatures that live down there. So I was thinking that's what I'm going to do. So the first 120 days, which we will call Book 1, will be exploring the sewage works between Sector 102 and the Undercity. And then the next 240-ish days will be into the Undercity. So the idea is we're going to get sewage workers, we're going to get swamp droids, we're going to get urban explorers, we're going to get city dev units that are hanging out in the spillways as they're known. And then about halfway through the year, or 1/3 of the way through the year, we'll swap into the Undercity and we'll start building out old Cambridge, which is where Sector 102 mostly is. And we can explore werewolves and vampires and troggies and mushroom people. We can just have so much fun with this. This is all going to be written like RPG wise. Some of it I will try and create in miniature form. I'm not entirely sure how this series is going to work on the channel. was thinking I could do it as a short series because you get 3 minutes and I can talk about what I've done. But I also feel like I should record it all and maybe make a video once a week of 7 episodes at 3 minutes each. You're looking at like 21-minute video. But yeah, let me know if that's something that interests you. And we will get back to the painting. So as you probably noticed, I am painting the dismounted rider at the same time as the main one. This is to make sure the colours match. I've done this before where I've painted the vehicle and not the rider, and then I've gone back to do the rider dismounted. He does not look like his mounted version, so I'm not falling into that trap again. So as we are watching this, I'm doing the dark leather areas on the model. Now, because his bike is so bright and bold, I wasn't going to go crazy bold on this model, so I'm using camo green on his trousers, make him feel a bit military-esque. This guy knows tactics. There will be, of course, a pop of colour on him. This is 2000 AD after all, and that's going to fall to the jacket to do. But this character, I'm just thinking how he could fit within the world, and I think the best way is he is an up-and-coming Mutie. He's clawed his way up from the lower levels. He's not let his mutations hold him back. It's twisted him, it's made him angry, it's made him aggressive against the wider world. He wants revenge, and the overlords of the Nine have definitely seen something in him that make them want him around. They want to use him. They're going to fully use that aggression. They're going to aim it towards Mega City 1. He's going to be raiding like crazy. I feel like he's got to be the most aggressive out of all of them. That's how I like to make the characters in the different gangs. There's one that's your classic leader archetype, and then there's one that's the brute, the muscle. I feel like this is going to be that guy. He looks evil. He looks a little bit goblin-esque. So I think I'm going to play into that idea. So we've got the Holy White, and I'm using that for his undershirt. This stuff will dry a dirty off-white grey, I would say. It's going to give him a nice grimy look. After that, we're going to be painting his coat orange to give him that little pop. And then we will also be doing some hardened leather for his biker gloves. And then I think I need to darken him down a little bit. That Jetbike is looking very bright, so we're going to probably hit it all with a brown wash just to dirty it down. So that's pretty much it for my projects for 2024. The next video will probably be me designing a second block for Sector 102. We can't just have the Dan Abnett block. Got an idea for the second one, but you're going to have to wait for that video to come out. I do appreciate everyone who's joined the channel this year and joined Discord. It's been a real great year for me. I never expected to get this far into YouTube, and I've really enjoyed it. A lot has changed. We obviously dropped the Pokemon channel, we dropped the video games one, so I moved all the videos from this channel over to those ones. I think that's definitely helped focus this channel down. Also, I've slowed down my pace of videos. I hope you don't mind, but it's given me more time to focus and do some little fun side projects, and that's really helping me. But yeah, I want to know, what are you guys working on? I've really been waffling a lot, haven't I? But drop a comment. What are your big projects this year? What are you proud of? What's made you happy? If you want to join Discord and show off photos of projects, please do. And also make sure to say what you're going to get up to next year. You don't have to hold yourself accountable for anything, but if you've got some goals and ambitions that you want to share with everyone, drop them in the comments. Let us know. And hopefully I will see you in the glamour shots in a second, but otherwise, have a wonderful rest of 2024, and I'll catch you in 2025. Make sure you're following everywhere, otherwise I'll probably disappear in January from your feeds. But if you want to keep seeing me in these silly little projects I'm doing, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. But until next time, bye-bye. Hey, thank you for watching this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and then go watch this one. This one up here. Give it a click. Bye-bye.